5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show, man. I'm back. Happy Monday. Day is over. If you got a case of the Mondays, man, it's over. Put it in the record books. Go on, retire. It's done. You know what, man? I mean, let me jump right into this. What do y'all think about that Donald Trump situation? Do y'all believe that he got past that whole perimeter that they're saying he got past and was able to get on top of that thing and shoot that man the way they did? I call bullshit. Motherfucker got a ketchup packet on the side of the head, slap that motherfucker. Oh my gosh. Things, man, they want us to believe. I said, this is basically what they were saying, that this video of the man getting up on the roof where he was when he laid down and before the incident even happened. And I don't even know whether that would be even the man that they said did what he did when he did what he did to him. I guess anything to get votes, man, to get people riled up to choose sides, because that's basically where we at right now. We're dealing with a lot of division. You know, everybody want to choose a side because everybody got a soapbox to stand on, got something to say. Yeah, tonight, man, I think is going to be a one of those triggering shows, man. I like to stir the pot and talk shit. I like to truly stir the pot, and it'll speak volumes to where we are as a people, which is so far from where we've come from. They say sometimes you have to digress to progress, you know. If you're just joining the show, man, I got to jump right on into it because I don't have a lot of time. I'm just gonna get in and get out, and we shift into dynamics, man. Masculinity and femininity in today's Black relationships. You know, it's where we are comfortable enough to disrespect each other in manners that are unbecoming of men and women that are supposed to have some level of dignity and class about them. All right. Tonight we're going to dive into the topic, man, and the subject matter is just like the debate on the community in which we live in, why today's males are perceived as more feminine and Black females are more masculine in their relationships. I mean, the role reversals and how we can navigate potentially these dynamics with proper etiquette. So let's unpack it. Understanding the shifts, man. The shifts have been against us for a long while. So we look at the societal roles and expectations and how they've evolved over time. Traditionally, the masculine and femininity thing were defined by rigid stereotypes as men being stoic, providers, and women being nurturing givers, caregivers. You know, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, while the man went out and clubbed the deer and the bear and brought them home and we cooked them up and made them. However, the modern world in which we live in, i.e. the big turnout after slavery, you know, the equal rights movements and a whole bunch of other psyops that went on that had nothing to do with us as a people actually came into play, where the roles have been reversed. So we look at us as a people, us black folks, in our historical context as African Americans, our experience from slavery to the civil rights movement truly shaped our identities. We lost a lot of people along the way, and I guarantee you a lot of people will be turning over in their graves right now to take a look at us. Strong black women over time had to step in the gap and be the leaders in their families for a million and one different reasons, whether they mismanaged their box or whether the father got killed, or a lot of different reasons. No one's shifting blame. It's just a matter of fact in the way things have happened, and usually there are decisions made behind those things that happened. Okay? Here's the thing. The one individual in the world that's faced so much and is still facing so many systemic obstacles is us as the black man. Hands down. That is intentional. I speak about it all the time. It's not an excuse. But we're the only ones out here that have nowhere to go for help other than to ourselves. And the way we were raised to believe that everything has to be so stoic, we've been pitted against our own selves, where we are not even allowed to get into our own personal, emotional selves. Here's an example, right? Emotional expression, right? A lot may question, is it healthy for a man to be in touch with his emotional self, being able to express himself? Allowing him to be able to communicate openly about the things that affect him or faze him? Or does that make him human? Or more of a human being able to do it? Or does that make him weak? In the world we live in, man, we were taught to suck it up. We don't cry. We don't express our emotions. Even with our women nowadays, we can't even speak about our concerns about things in the way that certain things may go based on the cards that have been dealt us, without it being something that's a mode of something that you can ignite, gaslight. Here we go. When we talk about the breakdown of the stereotypes, it's essential to talk about the stereotypes, how they confine us. And that's what I was expressing about the emotional expression. Encouraging the emotional expression in men is a positive shift, I believe. It's healthy for men to be able to get in touch with themselves or their emotions, and it helps them to express things openly. The more we communicate, the better we can potentially be. A lot of times we have to implode and explode something and rebuild it. A lot of us get involved in our day-to-day lives, whether it's with our loved ones or, friends in general. You have to be willing to compromise in every aspect of who you are at some point in shape and time to coexist with somebody. You just can't do you. And if I'm moving around with a bag of trauma, I'm going to bring nothing but a bag of trauma to you, because I'm not really ready to compromise anything, because if I'm dealing with my own trauma, I have nothing to compromise with or nothing to offer that would be sustaining. It'd be temporary. Flip the script. Let's look at our quote unquote leadership and independence, right? Right now, we look at the numbers, which they don't lie. We're looking at 45.2% of the black households in America are run by single black women. So you've had to step into your leadership and your independence role, right? Should it be celebrated? Okay. Everybody's doing something proper, man. They need, every now and again, need a pat on the back. But when it is a necessity for you to do it, you either step up and do it, or all parties that are involved with you fail. So the kid's going to starve and you'll starve. So by proxy, you got to get up and handle business. I take my hats off to all the single mothers for all the things that they've done, all the things that they continue to do. But when you do something for so long, my feeling is that it does detract from your natural God-given femininity, because everything aside from that thing you're able to should be naturally exercising of yourself is diminished because the other thing is kicked in. You got to be the first seen, the last heard. You got to be the disciplinarian. You got to go make the money. You got to go teach the kids. You got to be able to self-care for yourself, which a lot of times, shit, you get sidetracked with that, even with other people that are in your same situation that look like you. Now, I applaud the enhanced strength and resilience it takes to be who you are as a single Black mother. But at the same time, God damn it, I didn't do it to you. Just like every other individual that you're going to encounter. They didn't do it to you. And the same that I'm saying to you, you could say to all those that you encounter. So here's the thing. You should not be who you were intended to be. By placing yourself or having to be placed in a role of leadership, you have already defied what you were created to do anyway. A lot of you walk around with a sense of entitlement as if you were created for yourself and you weren't. A lot of you have been out here making choices you had no business making no way, because you wasn't supposed to find nobody. You were supposed to be found. So, while we're talking about it, let's talk about how we got our children growing up over the last couple of generations. Cheers to y'all. With their buckets half full. So yeah, let's start with the young brothers. Sure, man, you should be in touch with your emotional side. It gives you an understanding of how to deal and manage your emotions. Okay, recognizing where you are, your breathing, and whether your heart's beating, and whether there's any other ailments going on with you, and what's wronged you, what's put you in a space of discomfort, and putting yourself in the mindset to be able to meditate on that shit and bring it to light for consumption, so you can receive some true counsel instead of acting like old biatch like a lot of you do out here. I put a post up the other day, right? And the post said that single men who work hard, work out, got their shit together. They don't run around here claiming that they're single independent men. Even the brothers got in, and it wasn't even for the brothers, man, but it allowed me to see how many motherfuckers are triggered by things that have nothing to do with you as a man. The feminine tendency that you always have something to prove. You always got something to say. You always got a comeback. But your comeback's not edifying. It's merely just saying, I'm here and I want to make some fucking noise. Well, here is what I'll say to you. Shut the fuck up. Take about 4-5 seats. Sit down. Compose yourself. Get in touch with your emotions. And really think about responding to certain things without really reading it. Basically, what I said once again is what it is, face value. We don't say that. But to everybody that read it, it is as stupid as it is when you have the masculine females saying the same shit. So in retrospectively, it goes back to what I was saying when we talk about the division and who we are based on the roles that have been reversed. To be independent separates you from dependence. Okay? I'll say this, man. I depend on the love of my black woman. And I got my own shit. As I should, as a man. You motherfucking right. And I should be able to take care of business and take care of their business and everything else. But I'm not willing to fall into the trap of what the world has dictated for us to continue to fall into by creating the separation. When I put things that I'm going to speak for me is merely to incite a riding thought to check ourselves, man, because we already reckon ourselves. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's like walking back a dog full of a yard full of dogs, and I pick up a handful of rocks and I just hum them in the yard, and whichever dog holler, he got hit. And I say, if I'm saying something, anything I'm saying on this platform, if it hits you, then motherfucker, you need to check yourself. Yeah, you need to do some work. Because nothing anyone should say on any of these platforms, even in person, should affect you to the point where you got to be lashing out. I don't know you, man or woman. I didn't do it to you. This is what you call putting paint where it ain't. Because if you don't see it, you took close to the motherfucking car. You got to go get the wax off of it. Yeah. Recognize where we've come from, man. Everybody that's come before us. Ain't nobody perfect, man. Yeah. Listen, there's so many lines been blurred between us, man, as people, right? Here's this, right? Proper etiquette in relationships. As men and women. Just general every day. We as black folks, we so caught up and entitled and uptight about shit, we can't even be cordial with one another when we walk down the street. Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Without fuck you talking to, or you feel that somebody wants something from you, but you can't even say good afternoon, good day. Communication. I'm gonna always be open and honest about mine, man. I'm a leader. And you have people that'll say that most men, or excuse me, the new breed males, I'm old school, but yeah, new breed males, if they talking or saying something, then they have issues. They shouldn't be saying anything. Especially when it comes to our ladies. Ladies, I'm checking your ass every step of the way because I expect more from you. Reason I expect more from you is because you are better than what you've ever been. You've no excuse for you to fail and be anything but great in everything that you do. So yeah, if I see something, I'm gonna say something. I ain't throwing rocks. I'm just pointing it out. Maybe we need to take a closer look. Yeah. We talk about communication. It's the foundation. Which you discuss all things, right? Or you should be able to discuss your expectations and boundaries and your feelings regularly with each other. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm discussing it. And respect the individual in front of you. Know who you talking to. If you can check a motherfucker's work, you know what they were about, you know how they live their life, the discipline, their regimens, or how they expect things. Like prime example, you get up, do you make your bed every day? You wash your ass, brush your teeth. Are you thorough when you do those things? Are you driven? Are you easily distracted? What does your past look like? And I'll be honest with you, man. To a degree, a man's past matters, but more so, a woman's past matters. A man's past usually builds character, but a woman's past can destroy her beyond repair. It's just facts. Okay, here, give me an example. Let's say you got an 8 or 9-year-old young girl being touched until she's reached the age of 14, 15. And she has to endure that because she can't say anything because the motherfucker's close to her, i.e. a family member, anybody. Do you think she's going to be solid, or she thinks she's going to be straight and able to deal with anyone else outside of that going forward into her adulthood without getting some treatment for that? Right. And if she doesn't, the level or the magnitude of boy or man that she chooses will fall right into that bracket where you have her continuously being abused. Yeah. So you have to be willing to communicate. And as parents, you know, a lot of us, we say we mommies and daddies, but we some fucked up ass parents. We've destroyed kids before they left home, man. Teaching the kids to lie. Come on, man. What parent teaches the kid to lie to another parent about what the fuck they doing? Right. And now they're supposed to grow up and go into the world and know that, hey, there's right or from wrong, but I do this and I've been doing it so long, I do it so well. Who would know? What that does is breed deception, lack of accountability, and it desensitizes individuals to others that they do shit to, which piggybacks to what we have going on now between our sisters and brothers, right? I can't be nothing but honest, man. You got a lot of sisters out here that will walk around with this masculine energy, right? And the minute they get into their mind that they don't want to deal with an individual, or it could be a random person on the street or in a restaurant, put a pin in that. Take 4 guys, different parts of the world, different parts of the country, whatever. Matter of fact, they all brothers, different parts of the city. All of them are prosperous. All of them are dignified. All of them are solid. Family men, whole 9. You can put them in a room with $10 million. Each of them get a piece. Everything they could ever imagine. And I promise you, in a split second, there's a propensity for violence. And we as black men, we leave our houses with that propensity of violence all the time. Whether we go to work, we go to church, we go to work out, just sitting out in front of our house, there's always a propensity. But yet and still, we got sisters that are willing to raise their voice, call us anything other than the child of God, and expect us to have the complete, total resolve and restraint that would put us in a position to allow you to disrespect us in a level, in a manner in which we would not allow anyone else to do it. For the sake that we land with you. And it's unacceptable. There was a time where I felt that any person of the female persuasion got caught up in a domestic and dude was doing something to her. Yeah, I'm jumping. Hey, man, don't be, you can't do that. Woo, woo, woo. But over the years, as I witnessed things and in the way they carry themselves and the mannerisms and all of that, fuck you, nigga. Yeah. You ain't gonna do shit. You know, like the clock on your wall, as long as you run it, you know, you turn the clock on a clown, it's going to expire. You know, time is going to expire. You can fuck around, you can find out. Now, when I get, you know, emails or calls about, yeah, dude, and, you know, did something, and, you know, blah. I don't even take that stance anymore. And I got daughters, and that's sad. I ask, well, what the fuck did she do? What did she do? What did she do to provoke that man to do that? Here's one thing that I tell my brothers. I say, hey, if you got a woman around you that can alter your mood to the point where you want to fuck her up, you need to remove yourself. She's not for you. Respect is everything. You got to respect a man before you can love him. And the reason why a lot of you ladies get the butt end of this shit, where you got a joker that's willing to go at you and not going to be quiet about anything that you do to the left with him, is because you're projecting this masculine energy to another man that's masculine. And most men don't play well with other men, especially not on no disrespect shit. We gonna fight. We gonna crash out. So if you can find one that's bitten his tongue and put his hands in his pocket and all that, yeah, you better thank God, because trust me, there's a lot of jokers who would have broke your head off the top of your body and threw it in the damn trash can and had no qualms about going and putting an orange jumpsuit on and laying down. What I'm saying to you is this: retrospectively, the same emotional expression that a man should be in touch with his emotions, you need to be. What things trigger you? What things motivate you? What things give you the desire to be in a space and place with this individual that you selected to be with, or that selected you? Just something to think about. Be supportive of each other. You with somebody regardless of what they pass is. You chose them, man. That's your cheerleader. You their cheerleader. You be the number one. Support them with their goals. They're pursuing a career, help them. They need some studying. They need, to find out how to get a different certificate for something, help them. Anyway, we move around. All of us got basic responsibilities, especially to each other. And we should be sharing those responsibilities equally. Household chores, the finances. If you got children, everybody need to be a part of that motherfucking child care. Spending time with them babies. Niggas, let me tell you something. Sending the money ain't enough. Even if she took you and put you before the man, you giving up that 400, 700,000, whatever the fuck you giving up, still make sure you in that baby's life. Show up. Don't sit there, because you mad at the mama. Oh, fuck the kids too. No, nigga, you need to be with your kids. You need to get there. You can get everywhere else. Yeah. Just like that raggedy bitch you 9 times out of 10 threw your relationship in the drain for to go fuck around and get put out, and woman don't want you up around the kids and shit. Yeah, that part. I can't ask these ladies to own your shit or own their shit, and we're not owning ours. Yeah, a lot of us, we roll around, we don't tell the truth. A lot of us, we don't tell the truth by omission, because, as I said before, a lot of our truths, the truth about us, would eviscerate everything around us. Just our barbaric being, the things that we've seen, we can't unsee or can't undo some of the shit that we've done. And a lot of stuff we can't even speak about. We got to take to our grave. So because a lot of times we can't by omission say things, it may affect the position that our women may take with us. Got to eat that. And you got to continue to compensate for it. One thing I do know, man, regardless of how masculine they are, women can always sense when you fucked up. Now, if you got one that's sarcastic about it and is going to stand and dance around on your ass and ask rhetorical questions, you need to figure out which way you going to go. You mess around, get cut too short to shit. I'm just giving, I can't give you nothing but to show enough, man. And that's just me. I mean, even when you're able to do that, man, you put yourself in a position to embrace your vulnerability. Being vulnerable strengthens, it really strengthens connections when both of you can be. What needs to happen, even though we all are playing these opposite roles, we got to get to the point where you can have conversations in safe spaces where both parties can be vulnerable and talk about the shit. And even if you can't talk, man, you got to find a space where you can vent. You can't carry these shits around, man. A lot of this stuff, man, you got deficiencies going on, man, because I tell you, it'll kill you. It'll kill you or have you kill some goddamn body. If you're just joining the show tonight, man, we're talking about the shifts in dynamics, the masculinity and femininity in today's Black relationships, man. Why is there so many feminine ass men? And I'm saying this age is between 18 and 45 right now. You got some old ass feminine motherfuckers out here too. And how these hard ass females coming up the same way. Our race is the only race of people where you got Black women that'll stand up on any soapbox and tell the world about us, that we ain't shit and they don't need us for nothing. Well, I'm here to tell you, sisters, the Asians want us to come over there and give them some babies for about $75,000 a baby. They ain't the only places putting that shit out there. So yeah, we got places to go, but no, all jokes aside, I can't even imagine bringing nobody home that would look like my mama. And that's real. I'm saying it right here, God damn it. It's just facts. Huh. Look, through all this, man, we got to be ready to embrace change. Something we've been doing, I guess, if you're feeling like you feel and you've been doing it for so long, it's just kind of feels uncomfortable to let go. The shifting dynamics of masculinity and femininity in our relationships reflect broader societal changes, man, because our kids are watching, for one. Embracing these changes can lead to healthier and more fulfilling relationships if we learn to do what we were talking about, the communicating, the self-awareness, and being open and supporting each other, man, through the things we're doing. And even on the social media stuff, man, we can't get caught in what somebody throws out there because we don't know what they're throwing it out there for. I'm gonna tell you right now, every day I'm fishing for content, and my content, as you see, is I'm looking for answers. I want the conversations that happen between us to put us in a position where we can start healing. Because we can go do this shit all day long, man, talking back and forth with each other and fuck you and yeah, why he saying, you know what? If you got to ask why, motherfucker, you need to do some self-checking. Because none of it makes sense that we even have to have these discussions. We should be better. You know how many people went out here and died, had their head whooped off the top of their body, hung in some goddamn tree, became some strange fruit so that we can even sit on this platform and have this conversation? It's ridiculous. But we get lost in the sauce, man, because we feel in some kind of way because we feel that somebody got out on us. I'll say it to you tonight. Once again, goddammit, I didn't do it to you. And anyone you encounter going forward beyond your hurt, they didn't do it to you either. Here's the thing. A lot of us would rather give back the pain. But if you give back the pain from healing, you have to give back the strength too, and the wisdom. So that it leaves you batting zero once again. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I didn't want anybody calling tonight. I just wanted to rip it off. And I hope that somebody's able to take something from this. And when you see my post, anything I put out, please read it at least 2 or 3 times and say, what was this motherfucker thinking when he put this up here? How can we use this? I know that he's just not poking the bear. No, I'm not poking the bear. Sometimes you have to read things 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and be like, well, damn, that's some dumbass shit. And then think about where it came from. Usually it's some lame ass colloquialism we were taught to say. That doesn't mean a hill of beans to anybody anywhere. Just to distract us from what we really need to be doing and focusing on and being who we are really supposed to be. So, on that note, man, and all you're getting. Oh, no, you know what? Let me not do this. If you like the show, subscribe. Follow me on InstaSlut. Yep. And also on Facebook. I'm a real one, man. And I always like to party, just like this one. Yeah, that was liberating. Anyway. Hey, all you're getting, get your ass off my show, man, and give God thanks and get y'all some rest. Peace.